Manufacturing technology orders for the first half of 2015 are down, but you shouldn't be, and we're going to tell you why. Hi, it's Pat McGibbon again, talking about USMTO, the U.S. Manufacturing Technology Orders Report from AMT, the Association for Manufacturing Technology. The numbers are in. They don't look all that great. Month to month, May was down 13%, and year to date, we're down 8% from where we were in 2014. So why and what does this mean to the typical consumer and to, more importantly, the people in the manufacturing technology industry? Well, in talking to my buddies around the industry, it seems that May, the big issue is concern about what's going on with the economy. You had the revision in the GDP numbers that showed us actually having a decline in GDP during the first quarter of 2015. And on top of that, you saw some vacillation in some of our key indicators. Housing starts, they're still over 1 million, but they're going up and down, and that raises some issues. You're seeing some changes with the dollar's strength relative to other currencies, which makes raises some questions about how well our exports are going to do in foreign markets. The stronger the dollar is, the more expensive our products are overseas. And then, of course, we still have the energy issue with the decline of oil prices late last year. That is still filtering through the system as far as capital expenditures by that industry and the orders that would have generated for our manufacturing technology producers. Energy just by itself represented about 8 to 10% of the total. So when you figure about that being taken almost completely out of the picture in the first 6 months of 2015, it accounts probably for about 3/4 of the 8% decline year on year. Now that filtering through will probably finish before we get through the end of the summer, and we have a better outlook going into the second half of 2015. Oxford Economics, our AMT's consultants out of Oxford, England, and Steve Klein of Gardner Webb, still looking for a positive number at the end of 2015 relative to 14. So that's the good news. But we got some things out there in front of us as we go into June that are kind of scary. We all heard about the Greece issue, and then this morning we hear about what happened in China with their stock markets. Don't really have a great impact on what's going to happen with U.S. manufacturers immediately, but it does raise fears with people who have money in their hands. We expect that EMO was going to be a really great show. Still has the potential to have that, but with the issues that Greece has created with banks and all throughout Europe, and particularly in Germany, where a lot of the manufacturing technology is purchased, we could see some people coming to EMO a little bit more cautious than usual. Still, our aerospace industries, its capacity growth is climbing at a steady, straight line up the hill out into the next 2 years as they try to meet the orders they booked in 2014. I mean, different people have said it's going to take 1 to 3 years for them to be able to build those planes given the current capacity. The only way to take advantage of that and not have those planes get canceled out is to continue to grow their ability to produce those planes and export them. In the auto industry, we see every day new foreign direct investment by key players in Asia and in Europe coming to the United States to put their footprints down here because this is going to be the place to operate out of. Just like we're going to be putting footprints in China and in other parts of Europe for producing American manufactured products, because going local is going to be the theme going into the future. Now, we've got some other challenges here. We've just gone through having the Export-Import Bank lose its authorization. That's not a good thing, because while a lot of small manufacturers haven't been able to take advantage of it as well as they should have been able to, the people who generate a lot of demand for those small manufacturers' products, because those small manufacturers' products out of job shops and contract machining places go into the automobile industry, they go into the aerospace industry, they go into the medical equipment industry. And those products are shipped in huge quantities overseas and often require the assistance of the Export-Import Bank to make their products competitively priced for the financing. Then you've got the Trade Promotion Authority. The President just signed it. That's a great thing. It'll probably result in the transatlantic trade program being passed sometime later this year. And that's great, but it doesn't really have an impact on most of our manufacturers because we've already had excellent trade relations with Germany and Italy and the rest of Europe. Where it's really going to have an impact is we go into the next big step, and that's a Trans-Pacific trade program. That's scary because for a lot of U.S. manufacturers, they're really happy about what they have with NAFTA. And TPA would supersede NAFTA because Canada and Mexico will be a part of that program. So as we go move forward, the chances of opening up markets in Korea and China, the chances of reducing enormous tariffs in the ASEAN countries like Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, and Vietnam are very promising. But it's going to require some diligence and patience by our negotiators out of USTR. So as we look forward for the next 4 or 5 months, we're looking for things to kind of begin to start to pick up and finish the year off fairly strong. And let's hope that EMO is a good portion of helping us move that number forward and not a stall, as many of our previous Italian trips have been. So look forward to talking to you next month. And keep an eye on our website. Chances to take an opportunity to join us in Cleveland for the Global Forecasting Marketing Conference, second week of October, where you get a chance to hear a lot more experts than just me talk about what's going to happen, not just to our industry, but to our key customer industries as well.